Okay, friends, we have recover and roll today. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi. Grab a foam roller, have it off to the side. I don't have any shoes on. You can take your shoes off if you want. Just be kind of comfortable. So I'm going to get my timer rolling, and we'll start with a quick warm-up. Let's widen the stance, turn the feet out, reach the arms up and over, clasp the hands together. You're going to do a nice lateral flexion. Bring it back center, up and over to the other side. One more of each, up and over, and to the other side. Good, and now bring the elbows to the inside of your knees. Pause it there for a couple of seconds. Now set the hands down, lengthen your legs, kind of go to a rotate to a parallel position. And now roll it back up one vertebrae at a time. As the last return, let's do this again. Reach the arms up and over. Lateral flexion to your left. Return center. So we'll do two of these up and over. And return one more each side. And center, last one. Good, elbows to the inside of your knees and kind of press outwards, draw your shoulders down. Hands come, set yourself down to the floor, and then now roll it back up one vertebrae at a time, articulating through your spine. Let's do this one more time. Reach the arms up, lateral flexion, and center, and other side. Return, one more each, and center, last one, and center. Elbows to the inside of your knees, pressing outwards. Hands come to the floor, straighten your legs, and now roll it back up one vertebrae at a time. As the last return, stay into this wide stance, arms out to a T, and you're just gonna do nice and easy circles. Warming up through our shoulders. Start to make it a little bit bigger, slowing it down until you're into that full circle backwards. Two more. Last one. Reverse the direction, tiny small little circles. Start to make them a little bit bigger and a little bigger, slow it down even bigger until you're full range of motion, swimming the arms forward. Two more, last one. Good, let's do some body weight squats. Stay into this wide stance, squat and down and up. Squeezing your glutes at the top. Now our first exercise is a single leg deadlift to a windmill balance. I'll show you what that looks like. Two more. Last one. Okay, so our first exercise, we're gonna start in about 15 seconds. You're gonna hinge it forward, find your balance, windmill, oh man, windmill toward the leg that's lifting, okay? All right, so at home, balance on the right leg, left leg is lifted. Here we go. So you're gonna hinge it forward. Drive that knee through, up and twist, and then return. Hinge, up and around. So a lot of balance, core, glutes, hamstrings. So it makes this motion harder with that windmill motion because it kind of changes where the weight is coming from. And we're adding a twisting. You have 10 seconds left. And then we're gonna go into a tripod. 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your right foot forward. Your left foot is turned out. Reach the left arm up. Now from here, you're gonna hinge it down and then slide the hand back up. Now that left arm stays directly up to the ceiling. So you're getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings, inner thighs, but also working our obliques. Double duty. We have about 20 seconds left, and then we'll do these same two exercises other side. So squeezing the glutes as you stand back up. Finish out one more. Good. All right, here we go. Same thing other side. So balance on the left leg, hinge it forward, find your balance, windmill up and around. Woo. Now, of course, the goal here is to stay balanced the entire time. But if you need to set the foot down, that's okay. I've already done it once or twice. So this is balance training, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Left foot comes forward, right foot back. Turn that right foot out and right arm up to the ceiling, hinging it down, finding that tripod position, kind of that yoga pose, and then return it back up. Sliding the hand down. And really focusing on your abs to bring yourself back upright. We have 15 seconds. Then we're going to go into a back extension. We're going to grab the foam roller. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Grab your foam roller. Now you're going to lie down onto your belly. Reach the arms long. You're going to place your wrist on top of your foam roller, legs separated wider than the mat. You're going to do an exhale to lift up to extension. Draw your shoulders down, then lower back down. Lifting up, squeeze your glutes, lower back down. So we got lats, triceps, mid-back, glutes, hamstrings, abs. Mobility through your spine. If this is too much with the foam roller, you can do this with the hands down to the floor. 3, 2, finish out your last one. Good. Just push the foam roller off to the side. Come onto all fours. We're going to do a cat to a bear plank. Tuck your toes under. Round your mid back up toward the ceiling. Find your neutral spine. Lift the knees to a low hover and then set it back down. And again, hollow it out. Return neutral. Lift the knees. Lower back down. So the less movement you have as far as lifting the knees, the better. It'll be more challenging for your abs. Keeping the shoulders over your hands. We got 3, 2, 1. Flip it onto your back. Onto your back. Legs go up to the ceiling. Hip lift. Reach the legs up. You're going to lift the hips, set them back down. Lift and lower. So we got low abdominals. Low abdominals. So we have one more exercise. It's a 3-point crunch. Then we have a quick 30-second break. Then we're going to run through this one more time, starting with that single leg deadlift. Relax through your shoulders. You got 5, 3, 2, set your feet down, hands back behind the head, 3-point crunches to the right, center, and then left and center. Right, center, left, and center. Keep it going at your own pace. $20 seconds left. Almost there. 10, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. 30-second break. Bring it back up to your feet. Quick sip of water. And then we start back up with your deadlifts. Okay, so at home, we'll start with, let's start with your left foot first, okay? So left foot down, we go in 3, 2, and 1, hinging it forward. Windmill it up, find your balance at the top. Windmill it forward. Ooh. Trying to fight for that balance. And again, really focus on your abdominals. The abs and your glutes is what is gonna help you to maintain your balance. So that's why we try to do functional training like this. You know, in Minnesota winters, it's icy out, we lose our balance, slip and fall. So these exercises will help. 3, 2, and 1, tripod. Left foot comes forward, right foot turned out, and hinging it down, and return back up. Resetting the shoulders each time. Good. 20 seconds left. We have the other side. And you'll feel this working in the shoulder joint as well. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and finish up the last one that you're on. Perfect. Same thing, other side. Balance on your right, hinging it forward, and windmill it up and around. I tend to do an inhale as I hinge and then an exhale to really compress my abdominals, to find my balance and twist and rotate. This is definitely my stronger side. 10 seconds. Good, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. We go right into our tripod. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Here we go, hinging it down and return. So front foot darts straight forward, so that stays parallel. Your back foot is turned out. So again, if you've taken yoga into your tripod pose, that's essentially what we're doing. We go into our back extension coming up next, 10 seconds. So we'll grab our foam roller out in 3, 2, 1. Quick transition down to the floor. And here we go. So wrists on top of the foam roller. Exhale to lift up to your extension, squeeze your glutes, and then roll it back down. Now you want to keep your head in line with your spine. And as you lift and find that end range position at the top, really pull in your belly button in toward your spine. 15 seconds left. We have the cat stretch to the bear plank. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Here we go, onto all fours. Cat stretch up. Neutral spine, lift the knees, and lower. So we're offsetting that extension with some nice flexion, tucking your pelvis under, and keep your weight shifted forward. 20 seconds. Then we go into your hip lift, and then our 3-point crunches, and then the best part, we get the foam roller out. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, onto your back. Arms long down by your sides, legs up, and hip lift using the low abs. So if you're finding that you're really having to rely onto the upper body and the neck to lift your hips, try bending the knees and doing more of a reverse crunch. So if you're finding that you're rolling the shoulders forward and putting pressure, again, go to that bent knee and do more of a reverse crunch. That'll help to strengthen your low abs without putting tension into the back of your neck. 3, 2, 1. Last one, 3-point crunches to the right, center, left, and center. Keep going. Last exercise. All right, friends, you got 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Let's give you a little hip bridge. Place the feet hip distance apart, pressing the hips up. Hold it there. Set your hips back down. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, lift. Shifting your weight forward over your feet. And set the hips back down. Let's do a little happy baby, and then we'll grab the foam roller, grabbing the toes or the instep of your foot. And you can always grab the inside of your knee, or wrap the hands around and just gently rock from side to side. Really relaxing through your hips, pelvic floor, inner thighs, hamstrings. And now gently release. Let's roll it up to a seated position. And let's get the foam roller out. So we're gonna roll first and then stretch. Now we're gonna start with our hips. I'm gonna have you place your left hip on top of your foam roller, and you're gonna kind of open up almost to a side plank position. Keep both feet down, and I'm gonna have you just roll forward and back, or the other thing that you can do is twist and rotate. You can do a combination of both. Honestly, whatever feels good. Try to avoid sitting directly on top of your hip bone. You want to find more of like those meaty parts. You can kind of play with this too. Think of like opening the hips out a little bit more. So going back a little bit more onto your glute, or like right underneath that iliac crest of your hip. And then start to kind of square it back out, getting more of your hip flexor, maybe top of the quad. Good. Now we're gonna stretch out this same side. Set your foam roller off to the side, and then keep your left knee down. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot. Tuck your back foot under, and then you're gonna lift the back knee and then set it back down. Lift and lower. If this is too much stretch, you can always just keep your back knee down and bring the hands to the thigh. Whatever feels good for you. Depends on flexibility. But so we rolled out those muscles, and now we want to lengthen. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good, let's do the same thing other side. I'm just going to turn it around here. Onto the right side of your hip. Kind of find that side plank position. And just rolling forward and back, or side to side. If you're finding any tender areas, kind of stay into that position and just either put a little bit more pressure into it or just stay there. Showing our bodies some love. All right, let's stretch it out. Set the foam roller off to the side. Okay, and then bringing it forward. Right foot back, and then straighten and bend. Opening up through your right hip. Then we'll move to our back coming up next, our upper back. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Awesome job. All right, let's grab the foam roller. You're gonna place it behind you, take a seat, and then we're gonna place it onto the upper back. Hands come back behind your head, just helping to support your head and neck. And you're just gonna roll forward and back, in between the shoulder blades or on top of the shoulder blades. Might get some cracking. We want to avoid rolling onto our our low back. So we want to stay mid to upper. We'll stay here for another 10 seconds and then we'll move to our hamstrings. And go ahead and set your hips back down. Bring it up to a seated position. Now you're going to place the foam roller underneath the back side of your legs. And then hands come behind. Prop the hips up and you're going to roll forward and back, rolling out our hamstrings. Same concept with this. You can stay in some areas and then bring the legs out and together. Can go more underneath, like the insert, or on top of the insertion of your hamstrings, closer to your butt and your glutes. Open and close the legs in those areas. Just kind of moving the tendons around and the muscles. You can turn the legs out, rotate to parallel. I'm feeling the deadlifts we did yesterday. So I'm kind of sticking to a little bit higher into the insertion. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds, and then we'll lengthen the hamstrings by stretching. Okay, go ahead and set the hips down. You're gonna set your foam roller off to the side, and then lie down onto your back. And then drive your left knee to your chest and just hold it here. Relaxing through the body, head and neck. Breathing into your stretch. Send your left leg straight up to the ceiling, either holding onto the back of the leg or down by the ankle, just whatever feels good. If this is a little tight, you can always bend the bottom leg. And now go ahead and release. Let's do the same thing other side. Hug the right knee into your chest and just hold it here. We only have about a minute and a half left of class. It goes by fast. And then reach your right leg up to the ceiling, stretching your hamstrings. And now go ahead and release. Gently roll yourself up to a seated position. And then we're gonna face forward, crisscross your legs. And then let's do a nice lateral flexion up and over. And return back center. Let's do the same thing other side. And then stretching the head and neck. Draw your eye gaze down to your left armpit and gentle nod forward. And release. Let's do the same thing other side. And release. Lastly, downward facing dog, and then we'll do a nice roll up. Pike your hips up to the ceiling, lengthening through your sacrum and your spine, kind of pedal through your feet. That feels okay. Getting mobility through your ankles, lengthening through your calves. And now walk your hands back toward your feet. Soft bend to your knees, and let's roll it up one vertebrae at a time. And your head is the last to return. Roll your shoulders back. And that is it. Awesome work today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Recover and Roll. We'll see you next week for class.